We're back on the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular, and we've got big news. Well, we've had this news, but it's like, I'm so excited, Mike. I don't know about you, but this is something I've been waiting for. You know, we've always had the Illini gal, Adalia McKenzie, but now we have the Illini guy.
Gabe Jacas is going to be joining us. And I'll tell you what, how good of a player do you have to be when you have people getting in arguments? He reminds them of Simeon Rice or Whitney Merciless.
Those guys are pretty good. So without further ado, I got to bring in this guy that we're all talking about. Freshman All-American, defensive end, rushes the passer, does a little bit of everything. Gabe Jacas. Hey, welcome to the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular, Gabe.
How you guys doing?
So, Gabe, tell us, how's it going? What are your thoughts on training camp so far? Are you excited about this season?
Oh, I'm really excited. Fall camp's been really good. As you know, I got a new position coach, Coach Bullen. It's been a really good time with him. And he's coming from the NFL, the Cardinals. You know, having him having his experience in the league has been really good. He's taught me so much, and I've grown so much this whole training camp, and I'm just really excited for the season. And we got our first game in 2 weeks, September 2nd. So I'm really happy about that. But it's been really fun. It's been a grind. So no complaints. Just waiting for that first game. You know, just really excited.
Now, Big Ten Network was there earlier this week. Did you get a chance to talk to any of those guys? Were they watching you close to try to figure out just how you were going to do this year?
Well, they were there. They were here today. You know, they were here today. They were in our meeting room when Coach B was talking. There was really around, as you know, Johnny Newton and Keith Randolph, but you know they're around me too, watching me practice, do individual drills and stuff like that. But not really much talking, just really recording, and just really cool to see them. Just seeing them at practice has been really cool. But just watching me practice was really fun.
You know, it's weird. Usually, if we see a guy who was a freshman All-American coming off the season that you had last year, we're talking about you constantly, but you're kind of a little bit under the radar because Johnny Newton and Keith Randolph are older and they're getting a lot of the pub right now. Does that kind of make you think, well, maybe I won't get double teamed. I'd love to have single coverage. I could wreck some backfields.
Yeah, just having Johnny Newton and Keith Randolph in the middle is definitely giving me some one-on-ones. You know, I'm really excited. Just having them as teammates. But this season just was really taking advantage of that. You know, winning my one-on-ones and just causing havoc in the backfield. So I really think right now I'm under the radar, but I mean, as the season goes on, you know, sometimes I might get double teamed just depending on how the season goes. But you know, I'm really excited for those guys, and I'm really excited for myself to see where I go in the season, and to really, yeah, you go ahead.
Gabe, we know you're not under the radar for us. We know what you can do. Yeah. It's just sometimes nationally they don't follow along as well as we do. But you know, we know what you can do.
Yeah.
The other thing, you know, Gabe, I'm kind of the expert on wrestling for this particular broadcast. Yes, because whether it's Roman Reigns, it's Kenny Omega, you know, any of these wrestlers, I know about them.
Yeah.
Now, you've got an extensive wrestling background. How has that helped you when you are on the football field, the leverage and the things you learn? Do you apply wrestling principles when you're throwing around offensive linemen?
Oh, yeah, all the time. You know, wrestling has taught me a lot, but more specifically using my hands. As you know, like as playing as a defensive lineman, outside backer, whatever, you got to be able to use your hands. So wrestling taught me how to really maneuver myself and get in those weird positions and bending the corner and just being flexible in certain positions. So wrestling has helped me a lot in those type of scenarios, and I've been using them since I started playing football. So it's really been beneficial to my game, and I can't imagine not wrestling and not helping me with football.
Yeah. Now, when Mike talks about wrestling, that's not – I know you're talking about actual wrestling, Mike's talking about play wrestling.
Right.
So a
Ga-
little bit
Gabe,
different.
Gabe knows who Roman Reigns is.
Gabe,
Yeah.
you know who Roman Reigns is?
Oh yeah.
WWE
okay.
champion. Come
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
was
I know.
with me.
Yeah.
I gotcha. I don't
I
know.
know there's a lot of people that there's a lot of people that go from college wrestling to WWE. So I know some couple guys that have done that. You guys know
Thank you.
Gable Stevenson?
Gabe, you're just giving him. You're
Thank you,
giving him
Gabe.
too much. You're
Gable
giving,
Stevenson. Gable
Oh.
Stevenson. He's correct.
Yeah.
See, you know
Yeah.
what? I've got an ally on the show here, another wrestling expert.
You're giving him way too much rope, Gabe. Man, now we're going to talk about all we're going to talk about is WWE every week. That's what we got. So they gotta. Hey, so I gotta. We opened the show by comparing you to Simeon Rice, Whitney Merciless, people who were, All Americans, NFL high draft picks, NFL All Pros. What do you have an NFL player that you pattern your game after, or some guy you look up to?
Yeah. There's a bunch of guys I look at like T.J. Watt, Nick Bosa, Brian Burns, Myles Garrett, Rashawn Gary. It's a lot of guys, but one player I relate my gameplay to is probably Myles Garrett. I watch him a lot. He's a freak of nature. He's big, he's strong, he's fast. He's able to bend the corner really well. He just got good body control that I like watching. He's the type of rusher I like to just enjoy watching whenever I have free time, and just want to relate my game to his pretty much as possible and learn from him.
So, with a coach with an NFL background, how has that helped you? Because it seems to us that what he can bring from his NFL experience would be really valuable to you as a player who's just getting better and better.
Man, he taught me a lot. Some things I didn't even imagine. Just certain moves and certain techniques that I have never thought of that he brought to the table, to our position room. It's really a good asset to have. My game has just changed tremendously, and I just can't wait to put him on display pretty much. And just him coaching me up and just him being just detail oriented in his techniques has really helped me a lot, because sometimes people just forget their technique, their fundamentals, and he's always harping on just technique and fundamentals that you cannot forget. You got to apply that to the game.
Obviously new defensive coordinator too. He's not new to you, Aaron Henry, but what's been the biggest difference as you transition from Ryan Walters to Aaron Henry as defensive coordinator?
I think my biggest thing is just being comfortable. Aaron was really Aaron Henry was a coach here last year. Just him transitioning to the defensive coordinator wasn't really a big shock to me. He's really smoothly worked his way up, to the defensive coordinator position. Just having him and I have having the trust and faith in him has really helped me a lot. Really was a smooth transition whenever he got the job, and I have my faith in Coach Henry and his defense. He's really is changed the whole mindset of this defense and where we can go and just pick up where we left off. And then it's been really fun this fall camp, this training camp, I should say.
So everybody looks at the front seven of this Illini defense and they're like, okay, they can play with anybody. You've got some very talented defensive backs who are kind of coming in to maybe come into their own this season. What are you seeing from those DBs? Because we know what you guys can do, but how are these new DBs looking out there in practice?
Oh, they're ready. They're ready. Trust me. Just because Witherspoon and Sidney Brown and Quan Martin left doesn't mean that we're that we like downgraded at all. These cornerbacks are ready to go, like Tavion Nicholson and Xavier Scott, like they're ready to go, and I'm just excited to see them play. And this training camp has really been fun watching them grow, and just having this secondary. And I believe in them 100%. And just having that dog mentality that they bring to the defense. I'm not going to say too much, but you guys see on game day on Saturdays, and they'll show you what they're about for sure.
All right, now we got to get to important stuff, Gabe. You know, we've talked
Yeah.
football. We got to get to really important stuff. Let's talk food.
Oh,
So
food.
give me what's the best meal? What's the favorite meal we get from Gabe Jacas?
You know, I come from a Caribbean household, Jamaican household. You know, my whole family's from Jamaica. I grew up basically on chicken and rice, oxtail, you know, curry goat, cow foot, just extravagant meals that you guys never heard of. But my favorite, I'll probably say, you guys look it up. I don't know if you guys know, but oxtail, that's like my favorite, you know, my favorite dish is oxtail and rice and beans. And, you know, my mom has this famous carrot juice that she makes, you know, and then whenever I get the chance to go home, she always makes it up for me. So that's my favorite dish, just oxtail and rice. And then, and chicken. Chicken's been my go-to since I was little. So I'm a really big chicken guy. And I just love chicken.
Hey, Mike, we should eat more like Gabe. Maybe we'd look more like Gabe then.
Yeah, I'm actually thinking that there's a lot more problems than just food between what Gabe looks like and us.
There could be.
Now, if you're going to go out to eat there in Champaign-Urbana,
Okay.
what's your favorite restaurant? Because, like, for instance, I'm always in a toss up. Do I go to Papa Del's or do I go to Little Porgy's? And those are the two, because I'm an old guy. Those are the two I've went to for years.
Yeah.
What's the places that you think of? Like, you go, man, I'd really like to go there to grab some food.
You guys heard of Portillo's?
Oh yeah, we have.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That's the go-to place for me. I like going to Portillo's anytime I get. I also like Moe's as well. You know, I'm a big quesadilla burrito guy.
Yep.
You guys ever heard of meatheads?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah. I like. I originally haven't really known about meatheads until like a week ago. Like my teammates have put me on the meatheads, and I was too unsure about it, but then I just gave it a chance, and I fell in love with it. So I mean, I like going there as well. Those are pretty much my go-to places in Champaign.
I don't think you can go wrong there. I think those are good. Have you been to Papa Del's, Mike's favorite?
I haven't. I'm gonna try it out.
We'll be in town. We'll be in town. We'll have to have an IlliniGuys meeting, as long as we don't get on the wrong side of Coach B. I don't want to I don't want to get on his wrong side or Tank's, because we've interviewed Tank before.
Yeah, we definitely don't want on Tank's wrong side,
because that looked like that could be fatal.
He might make us lift weights or something.
Yeah, he might make us get in shape. What would that be like?
It would be all downhill then. So, Gabe, tell me, give me a surprise that we're going to see that's going to shock us as we get ready for this season. What's going to be a surprise? Tell me what's going to happen that's going to shock Illini Nation heading into this season.
I really can't really say too much because I'm not really a big, really tall guy. I just like going out there and just let my actions speak for myself. But I mean, something I could say that you're going to see on film, on TV, is just a relentless player on the field that just run after every ball and just a dog. Just want to really break people down physically on the field. And like one thing I'll say, I don't know. I'm trying to say this in the nicest way possible, but my mentality, I just want to run through people's faces, and that's what you're gonna see. That's all I can say right now, but that's one thing you're gonna see on the football field for me this year.
I don't think that's a surprise. I think it might scare people, but I don't think it's a surprise.
Yeah, I think I think you're gonna run through and around and over a lot of people. So I'm not gonna be surprised there. All right, all right. Hey man, I just want to first of all thank you for coming on, being the Illini guy for the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular. Gabe Jacas, freshman All-American. Now he's gonna be a regular All-American this year coming in. Gabe, we're gonna have you on coming up every week with the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular. So we can't wait to have you next week and hear some more stuff. We'll have some more crazy topics. But don't encourage Mike about wrestling, please. If you could just let's not give him any rope there.
I'll try. I'm a really big wrestling guy, so I'll try to stay away from that.
I may have to sit it out, Mike. I don't know.
Yeah,
Who are
yeah.
you guys?
Well, I know nothing about real wrestling, but I do know a ton about pro
WWE.
wrestling.
WWE. I mean, that's
Yeah.
cool too. That's cool too.
All right. Well, hey, Gabe Jacas, thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
On the IlliniGuys Sports Spectacular. Coming up next, we'll talk some Illini basketball. Talk about their Spain recap after this break.
Thanks for having me.